Welcome back, folks, to the best five bass competition guide here in Fishing Planet. It is the total weight of your best fish. So you're going after trophy smallmouth here at Falcon Lake. And you can see you want a fish keep net, and you need to catch them from shore. You can't use a boat. Other thing is the crawling creatures category. So you can have it attached to something else, but you need to have at least that. If you don't know what that is, if you go into the shop and you go to your soft baits, there is actually a category called crawling creatures. If you need to know which ones will work, so it's no, this is just at the regular lake. If you were at the main lake, you would see a lot more like nymphs, crayfish, craws. There is definitely a few things that work. Now, as this is basically an updated video from a few years ago, very similar setup with the bass jig, the 4.0, with a craw or crawfish or nymph. So if you don't have one of them, you can use the option. I use this as well, quite a bit, and you can actually use the nymph. The nymph will catch uh, a little bit more trout in it, but that's okay. You're always going to catch one or two trout. Like I said, you could use a few things like this X Series crawfish, the nymph, and if you're newer to the game still and you don't have X Series gear, just use the same stuff but not X Series gear, like a 4.0 bass jig and a crawfish or a little crop from the store or a nymph, but a lot of them are come from 30-day challenges, so they're super easy to get. Now, one thing to keep in mind here while I'm talking about this is one of them comps. When they're weight related, they require a lot of luck. I've had games where I've caught 15, 20 trophies and not done very well just because I got unlucky on the sizes. So we will advance here just so it's a little easier to see for you guys. And you can see here, this is spot one right here. And you're just going to cast out right where I'm at, right out to there. Going past that doesn't really help you at all. And at the end, I will show you all these marks. And then spot two is actually right here as well. And I just walk over this little walkway. And I come over this. And in each spot, you're just going to want to catch one and move along. So, and then one thing I'll show you guys here is how I actually do my retrieve. I'll actually go ahead, hit my strike button, and then do stop and go in the middle or near the bottom. Just depends on if I feel like the bottom's a little bit better. And the reason I hold the strike is a lot of times you get a lot of misses. You can see we got a bass right here, and we're in the low part of the peak. Now, it's probably only a 2 pound bass. Yep, 2.1. And you can see we're in the low time of the peak. So you can see it's already working. And I don't always go by the peaks either. But anyway, for that spot two, for spot three, we go to the waterfall. And then I will walk right here. And then just cast out. Do the same thing. Normally mid or lower. And then spot four, I'll come back over here. And I'll cast in between the rock right there and bring it back. Now, another spot I'd like to add from Rex is he uses it quite a bit. I use it some if I'm on a good run. Is I will come over here, and you can fish it from the other side if you want to. But what I'll do is I'll just cast over to this corner of this rock right here, or you can cast out there for a good fish spot. Now, for the marks right here, you can see them. And if you want, you can pause the video to put them in. Um, I'll try to leave them up just long enough for that. Uh, but overall, a lot of fun. Sometimes you only get 5 or 6 trophies. Other times you can get, I've had, I think, 21. And I also happen to have, I think, one of the highest score on PlayStation, or not close. I have a 20.8 here. So this rotation definitely can work. Oh, I went out too far. There you go. And then as for this mark over on this side, you can use either one of these marks to cast to. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys have some fun and have some luck with this comp. It is a very fun one to do. You catch a lot of fish, and may the luck be with you. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time, folks.